In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful. The Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Seeking of knowledge is the duty of every Muslim, man and woman." Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Hope you will be fine with the best state of your health and faith. We are moving towards the grammar section, but before discussing grammar, I'm going to tell you the objectives of today's lesson. After watching today's e-lesson, you will define grammar and parts of speech. You will understand various categories of grammar and parts of speech. You will also be able to comprehend the major functions of world classes. So let's talk about grammar. Dear students, grammar is actually the practical analysis of language which consists of rules and principles that govern the system of units and structures by which we communicate with each other. It helps in communication because it is a system of phonology, morphology, semantics, and syntax. Grammar is the skeleton of language. It is the art of putting words in their proper places. Morphology, phonology, semantics, syntax, and pragmatics are the basic areas of a language which we study in grammar. So you can say that we can't imagine correct language without grammar. Dear students, grammar is further classified into two major categories. The first one is prescriptive grammar and the second one is descriptive grammar. Prescriptive grammar is also known as formal, theoretical, or traditional grammar. This is a type of grammar where the main emphasis is on the rules and principles rather than on their application or you may say usage. It is basically for teachers who is already familiar with theory, rules, principles, which give him an insight into the structure of that language. Prescriptive grammar is just like the prescription of a doctor. Just like the patient is bound to use the medicine written in the prescription, in the same way, in prescriptive grammar, you are bound to follow that hard and fast rules. But the limitation of prescriptive grammar is that it does not accept any sort of change in language. Well, language changes with the passage of time. So on the basis of that, we can define another type of grammar that is descriptive grammar. Descriptive grammar is called pure, functional, or modern grammar. It is a type of grammar which focuses on the functional side of the language. It changes along with the changes in language. Its function is correct speech, and this type of grammar is actually for students who acquire correct usage by imitation. It enables students to gain practical command of that language. You can differentiate between prescriptive and descriptive grammar. That prescriptive grammar does not accept any sort of change in language, while descriptive grammar changes with the changes in language. Its main focus is on the use or the application side of the language. It is for students and it enables students to have a command over that language. Now let's come towards the topic of grammar, which is there in the exercise of the first lesson, that is parts of speech. But before going to discuss parts of speech, you need to understand what is basically parts of speech, how we can define it. Parts of speech is actually a category where words are divided on the basis of their meaning, on the basis of their forms or syntactical functions. It indicates how the word functions in meaning as well as grammatically within a sentence. And this process of categorizing a sentence into parts of speech, or you may say assigning functional labels, is called parsing. According to traditional grammar, we are having 9 or 8 parts of speech. Likewise, noun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjection, articles, etc. These parts of speech are further classified into two major categories. One thing I want to tell you that parts of speech are also known as word classes. And parts of speech or word classes are further classified into two categories. The first one is open class words and the second one is closed class words. So let's talk about open class words. Open class words refers to the category of content words that readily accept new members, words, concepts, or you may say changes. Open class words are those words which changes with the passage of time. With the passage of time, once changes comes in the life of language, in terms of morphology, in terms of semantics, in terms of syntax, in terms of phonology. So there changes, that addition of new terminologies and concepts are only possible in open class words. In open class words are only four. Likewise, noun is in open class words, lexical verb is open class words, adverb and you may say adjectives, these are open class words. And with the passage of time, we can add new members, we can add new changes, we can bring variation in these four parts of speech, or you may say we called it open class words. Closed class words refers to the category of structural words that does not accept new members, words, or you may say changes. Closed class words are also known as functional words or structural words. For example, pronoun, preposition, conjunction, interjection, articles, or you may say auxiliary verbs. These are the categories of closed class words. Open class words are those words which gives us meaning in a sentence, while closed class words are those words which make the structure of a language. For example, if we talk about various examples, so open class words convey meaning in a sentence. If we remove open class words from a sentence, the whole meaning, the whole sense will vanish. For example, Ali and John are best friends. This is a sentence. Ali, John, best, and friends. These are four words which are open class words because Ali is noun, John is noun, best is an adjective, and friend is again noun. So these are open class words. If we remove these words from a sentence, so the whole meaning will collapse. And are. And is conjunction and are is an auxiliary verb. So these two words does not convey meaning. Why? Because these two words are closed class words. It just makes the structure of a language. Now, for example, if we remove the structural words, the closed class word from a sentence, so meaning will remain the same. For example, Ali, John, best friends. So open class words are there, but closed class words are missing. The sentence is grammatically wrong, the structure is not correct, but beyond that, we can convey meaning, we can get the idea that what is said in this sentence. So each and every part of speech has its own importance, has its own function in a sentence, and this process is called parsing, and this category is what we call parts of speech. It's enough for today, and hope you have understood grammar, types of grammar, parts of speech, and major categories of parts of speech. It's enough for today. Thank you and have a good name.